Right to a channel of light fluid. We're back with Glory Hounds. Yes, a new issue came out just the other week, and here we are with the video. So let's get into it. In the Saltwater district, nothing to do. Camping on shore leave. I hate Sundays. There ain't even many stores to open, they all be closed. Maybe you can finally take some time to brush those teeth of yours. Maybe I'll just sharpen them in your skull. How about that? As if I'd let you put your mouth on me. Here, the cabin. Patrol duty's on you tonight. What be I even patrolling? There've been nothing here but garbage, same as always. Yeah, we're looking for interlopers. The crew's fixing to board our vessel. Oh yeah, I bet they'll be hiding in the trash bags as we speak. Just do your job, would ya? Else you're gonna be the one hiding in the trash bags. Wait, did you hear that? Yeah, what? Ishmael, this be a phone. It has, how'd you say background noise cancelling in pirate speak? Let it be again. What's it sound like? Right, some sort of rustling. Go on, check it out. At least it's some excitement. Be safe, you hear? So you do care about me. Maybe a little. Don't tell the captain. Cross me heart and hope to die. Hope be there. Before you die a most agonizing death, I want you to know. This is nothing personal. It is just business. Yarr! Ishmael, be you there? Ishmael! There we go, you can talk now, laddie. Thank God, I thought you'd never take it off. Can't blame me for keeping that muzzle on you. What if you're yapping up a storm? Next time it's going to be your turn, you know. Only if you catch me first. I've gotten pretty quick on my feet. Here, mayhaps we could turn the tables next time. No, I'd be afraid of crushing you. That is a risk I'm willing to take. I recline on Ahab's chest, watch as he tosses the muzzle he brought aside. The first rays of sunlight are filtering in through the blinds, colouring his blue skin an orangish hue. I didn't know he'd been at it for so long. These hookups have been getting a little more frequent as of late. At this point, they're a regular thing. I don't know why. Maybe I've just been stressed. I mean, a lot's happened. City Hall getting destroyed, Basil appearing, meeting Rosalie. It's all been a bit much. I thought Raoul opening up to me would help, but all it's done is make me more worried about his well-being. And Milo's been staring off into space all the time. Or maybe, just maybe, it's just been getting more frequent because the sex is good and Ahab's pretty nice when he's not being a criminal mastermind. My brain needs to learn things don't always have to be complicated.
Are you falling asleep on me, lad?
I didn't even notice I was beginning to doze off. I shake my head to try and clear the drowsiness. You're comfy.
I'm sure it ain't just that, lad. What be troubling you?
I shouldn't be talking about Glory Hounds' business with Ahab. I don't know how much longer I can keep the lid on either. It's just work stuff, I guess. I'm not really at liberty to say. You know.
Occupational woes be getting you down a bit.
It's not really the work itself, it's more
the animosity among crewmates.
It's not so much animosity. Everything's just weird right now. Do you ever have to deal with...
Nah, you probably can't say either for the same reason.
Ahab pushes himself up a bit, holding on to me with one massive arm. He tips my chin up with his other hand and our eyes lock. As much as they can with his big head.
Listen here, lad. At the end of the day, crewmates be people. Now, whether you like it or not, people can't toss their baggage overboard all the time. If you don't tell a course, they don't even know which direction to sail in. And they all be wanting different things. It's part of a captain's job to recognise the needs of his subordinates, weigh them against the mission and act accordingly. There always comes a time when he needs to run a tight ship, let it sink into the depths. Or worse, you end up with mutiny. Believe me when I say I speak from experience, lad.
I get what you're saying. I'm not really the leader of this outfit, though. Dawnhound is.
Being a leader ain't always about being in charge. Sometimes it be about taking charge when no one else will. You got something precious you've been protecting, aye?
Yeah.
Then follow your gut and act. Don't wait.
I let myself sink into his embrace and let out a deep sigh. Thanks, Ahab. He leans over and plants a tiny kiss on my forehead.
I don't mention.
Ahab sits upright, and big as he is, I naturally bounce off, clinging to the bed to keep myself on it. He leans over to the edge of the bed where his pants are and fishes his phone out of a pocket.
They probably forgot their keys to the Seaman again.
He struggles with a tiny touchscreen for a moment before bringing it to his ear hole. I can hear, I assume, his Polly squawking and screaming from here. I can't make out what he's saying, but it sounds frantic, panicked. More than usual, anyway.
Slow down, laddie. What'd you just say? Ishmael's.
His body tenses, his brow furrows, his brush-like teeth clench to the best of their abilities.
Are you sure, lad? Did you check for a pulse?
He brings a hand up to his chin.
No, we can't have. All right, hold steady, lad. Be right there. Do not go anywhere.
He hangs up and drops the phone out of his hands. For a moment he doesn't say anything. Then he slowly cranes his huge head in my direction, his brows furrowed, his smirk gone.
Ishmael be.
He clears his throat.
Ishmael's dead.
Ahab's practically barrened through the water. I can barely keep up with him. He hasn't said a word to me since we left the apartment. Which is understandable. I can hardly believe it myself. Ishmael? Dead? How? More importantly, why? There hasn't been a murder in this city since... I can't remember, actually. We're going to have to get to the bottom of this ourselves. Not only if we can get the authorities involved, or with this being gang business. The boss is going to want to hear about this, at least. I fumble with my phone till I eventually just decide to hand it on my earpiece instead. A discount? Why are you calling at this hour? Sun has only just risen. I'm not expecting you for another 4 hours. Unless you want to train early. Miro, thank God. Listen, wake up the Dawnhound and get to the Zoot Seaman. There's been a murder. There's silence on the other end of the line. You are serious? Yes, please come quick.
We are on our way. What's keeping you, lad? Hurry up.
Ask call the boss. I'll let him know what's going on. Ahab stops swimming. His expression is grim and I can't help but wince.
Well, that me say so.
The growl in his voice scares me a little. Yeah, sorry. He grumbles and shakes his head, slumping.
No, laddie. 'Tis just as well. No, I'd be solving this myself, and I shouldn't take me frustration out on ye. Dawnhound's pretty good at what he does. Yeah, if you think he can help, you'd be welcome to try. So,
he sighs.
I feel responsible. Ishmael's me crew. I sent him out on patrol for crying out loud. I oughtn't have.
We'll find out who did this, Ahab.
Aye, lad, aye, we will. When we do, I'm going to tear him limb from limb.
I put all the energy my already sore, untied body has left into swimming after him. The streets are quiet this morning. There's some nocturnal fish, moray eels, cardinal fish, snappers, but not much else. They don't seem to pay too much attention to Ahab, or my outfit for that matter. I suppose Ahab being followed by folks in costume is a common enough sight for them. Good. The last thing we need is more trouble. As we near the Zoot Seaman, I can see the wind has been fixed from our scrap with them back in April. Even from here I can hear a wail that goes right to my core. It suddenly stops when Polly notices us. The parrot tries to wipe at his eyes, realises his bubble helmet is in the way halfway through the motion, and just relents, hanging his head. Next to me I catch Ahab flinch. Hard not to when faced with this. We exchange glances. I reach up and pat his lower back. I can only imagine how he's feeling. I'm right here with you, Ahab. You don't have to do this alone. Polly's slumped over his table. The flexible bubble helmet smushed so much it's touching his cheek.
Webby! Where is he?
Polly points to the section behind him, where he's pushed multiple tables together. Ishmael's laid down on top of them. As we get close, I feel my breath catching in my throat. I've never seen a dead body before. I mean, I've been a dead body, but never... He looks pale, stiff. I touch his hand, cold as ice. Ahab curses under his breath.
What happened?
Polly sniffles. The mascara does little to hide the bags under his eyes.
He's on patrol last night while I was cleaning here. He called me and all of a sudden he was screaming. I thought he's pulling me peg leg, so I went to check and I found him floating in the water. I carried him, yeah. He wouldn't stop floating, so I had to get the nets and... Oh, Captain!
The parrot all but flies straight into Ahab's arms, sobbing. Ahab puts an arm around him and simply holds on.
Polly, it's alright, it's alright.
Even I can tell he doesn't mean what he's saying.
Ishmael was me. Yeah, we're at each other's throats all the time, but I was going to...
He stops, continuing to cry. My heart hurts just looking at him.
Polly, go home. Let me take care of this. Let me in order. Or you can take it from here.
Polly glances in my direction, registering my presence, but only just. I nod, but keep my head down.
All due respect, Captain. I can't. I'm not gonna...
The parrot shakes his head and puts on a look of determination that feels more than a little forced.
I shan't be taking a break until I break the neck of whoever did this. That's why you brought the hound cabin, to help look?
I came along because I wanted to. Ishmael was no friend of mine, but I made a promise to the people of this city when I took this job.
Thank you. I'm sure Ishmael will understand.
Do you know how he... I can't even say died. It feels too surreal. Polly shakes his head.
Hey, like I said, I just found him floating.
We will determine cause of death together.
Ah!
How'd you get in here? The door was open. You were distracted. Where's the boss? He points behind him as Raoul comes swimming in. There's a scowl on his masked face, and his chest heaves with heavy, angry breaths.
I should have known it only a matter of time before you took an innocent life, scoundrels. Prepare to taste my...
Milo raises an arm, blocking Raoul from swimming past.
At ease. Victim seems to be Saltwater Syndicate member, Glory Hound.
Oh.
Raoul slumps. I'm sorry, I should have given more details.
There's no need to apologize. Whether the victim was friend or foe matters not. We will solve murder regardless.
Milo turns to Ahab.
I wish to examine him and perform autopsy. Do I have your permission, Mr. Ahab?
You can do that?
Yes.
He says that like it should have been obvious. Don't we need to move him to land first?
No, I am certified to perform autopsies underwater.
That's a thing? What aren't you certified to do?
The flight plane. I have bad eyesight. Now, Mr. Ahab.
Ahab looks to Polly, who responds with a curt, silent nod.
I have my permission.
I will treat him with utmost respect. You have my word.
As Milo rattles off a list of things he's going to need to Ahab, Raoul stands next to me.
How did you find out?
I was patrolling the area.
Without me?
Yes. No. I guess what I'm saying is... I make eye contact with Ahab, who thankfully catches on.
I be the one who called him. 'Twas not me first choice to reach out to yous, but I still had his number from the gallery incident. Figured he'd be in tow as well.
Oh, right. That makes sense. He doesn't sound entirely convinced. For the next few seconds, the only sound we can hear is Milo tinkering behind us. I'm lucky we're all underwater and wearing helmets right now, or I'd be able to smell Ahab's scent on me.
Well, regardless of what happened then, I praise your good judgment for getting us on the case.
Milo brushes us aside, a little briefcase in hand. I watch him kneel next to Ishmael. He checks his pulse, then cranes his head.
He is indeed deceased. Time of death, judging by state of body, approximately 3:30 at night. Any next of kin that might most informed of his passing?
No, we are the only ones.
My condolences.
Thank you.
What's wrong, Milo?
He appears to be paler than corpse would normally be.
That's what I thought too. He beckons Ahab over, and very gently the two of them proceed to disrobe Ishmael until he's left in his underwear. Strange is the only word I can find for it. We all near his body and watch Milo work. It's scary how serene he is.
Most curious.
What be it?
Look at his body. What do you see?
There's a rather prominent tattoo on his belly. What's this? A treasure map on his treasure trail?
That is not why I asked.
Oh, he's had that one since he joined up. Wanted to get inked like me, but didn't have the guts to go for a big one.
It suits him?
We're going to get him a new one for his birthday, but...
You know, I was thinking of getting a tattoo as well. Milo advised against it, though. What kind of tattoo? A phoenix.
Back to the matter at hand.
What's this on his knuckles?
Well, it looks like dried blood. Was it his?
It does not look that way.
Do you reckon he fought back?
I just like him. Never knew when he was outmatched.
Well, we gave him hell.
I will take sample just in case. I looked to his jacket, laid next to him on the table. Aside from the stain still there from the sauce from Mrs. de Bruyn's store, it's in pristine condition. If he was murdered, why does his jacket have any blood on it?
All right. Maybe they took off his helmet and he choked on land.
Negative. When I found him in the water, he's wearing his helmet and it was still full of water.
He does not show any signs of asphyxiation or strangulation. Hold on. I think I see something. Can I... I gesture for Milo to move aside. When he does, I move Ishmael onto his side, pointing at his neck. There's a very small puncture there, right under where the collar of his helmet would have been, almost like he got poked by a needle. Look, right here. Ah, yes, I had noticed that as well. Wanted to rule out other possibilities first.
So, you stabbed in the neck?
I hear Polly gasp. Yes and no. Area around wound is raised and red. And look here, scratch marks. Meaning redness and swelling indicate histamine response. Reaction to foreign substance most likely introduced to body through injection site. He tried to claw at wound. Was alive when it happens, at least at first.
You're saying he was drugged?
No, drained. What do you mean, drained? Like someone took his blood? Body is already far colder than expected after estimated time of death, even for Barracuda. And there is unnatural pallor we have already discussed. I would have to perform thorough autopsy to make sure, but preliminary signs point to insanguination as cause of death.
Exsanguination?
A loss of all blood in body.
Well, I know that, but as in what vampires do.
Vampires are myth, Glory Hound.
We watched a man turn invisible just earlier this year, Milo.
Histamine response is likely due to anticoagulants, other proteins commonly found in mosquito saliva. Ahab's hands bore into fists.
Mosquito, you say? Are you sure?
But there's no blood. The puncture's so tiny. You are correct. Killer was extremely precise.
Mosquitoes don't need to drink blood, though. There are plenty of synthetic alternatives on the market.
I don't need to, yes. But they still can.
But even a hungry mosquito wouldn't drain all of a person's blood.
Maybe we're not dealing with an ordinary mosquito. Mila reaches the little suitcase he's been carrying and pulls out something small, metallic and shiny. The scalpel. If seeing internal organs makes you uncomfortable, I suggest you leave room. We all look around as if to base our reaction on what everyone else is doing. None of us walk out. He lowers the scalpel to Ishmael's neck, right next to the puncture wound. It scratches the barracuda's skin. Before he can make an incision, a rattling gasp sounds out from underneath the blade. We stand there frozen, as Ishmael's eyes snap open. He grips the edges of the table. Milo pulls back the scalpel, and the barracuda writhes in the nets holding him in place. His eyes dart around the room wildly as a storm of bubbles escapes his mouth. What the hell?
Milo, is this supposed to happen?
Get me the fuck out of here.
It is most assuredly not.
Ishmael, you yet live?
Ahab's expression threatened Needledreen, horrified and ecstatic.
What does it look like? I mean, yes, Captain. Ishmael!
I'm bowled over as Polly rushes towards us. They're off his helmet in a smooth motion, his mascara leaving black trails in the water. He throws himself on top of Ishmael, locking his beak with the barracuda's maw in an intense kiss. A very intense kiss. Ishmael seems flabbergasted at first, but eventually wraps his arms around Polly and kisses back. When they pull apart, Ishmael finally reclines. Hopefully not eternally this time.
I thought you'd never let me put my mouth on you.
Polly looks like he wants to say something, but quickly realises he can't breathe underwater, makes a mad dash for his helmet. I can't make out everything he yells while he vents the water from it, but I pick up a few choice syllables.
And don't you ever go out on your own again, mister. I'll be watching you. I love you too, Paul. Well, that was... almost made me forget I'm in me. I'm in me underwear?
We had to undress you for autopsy. Milo's words are half mumbled as he holds his scalpel aloft in the trembling hand.
What's an autopsy?
You were dead.
So you steal me clothes?
Milo, he was dead, wasn't he? Milo is shaking so much the water around him is rippling. I confirmed time of death. There was no pulse. Complete loss of blood.
Must be one of nature's miracles.
There is no miracle. It should not be. I was this close to. He quietly lowers the scalpel and cuts through the netting, freeing Ishmael. The barracuda rolls off the table, screwing up his clothes and putting them back on in a blink. He stretches, then scratches at his neck. Colour is starting to return to his scales. Looks barely worse for wear. God, this is bizarre. I can't help but feel a pit form in my stomach. I close my eyes for a second, hoping to maybe tune into that voice from before, back when I fell off the convention centre's roof. It's quiet.
That's right, someone tried to start shit with me. I decked him in the face. It was something, a pinch, and I got real cold and fell asleep. Asleep, lad? You sure? Polly fished out of the canal. Dead as Davy Jones himself.
Why did I appear back on the skyscraper? All this just happened. Is there anything else you remember?
There was a lady. What kind of lady, Ishmael? A bug lady, I think, with wings. A mosquito? Oh, I think so, Kevin.
I guess Milo's hypothesis was correct.
I see Ahab flinch.
A name, lad. Did you get a name? Afraid not, Kevin. Last thing I heard was something about business. Just sounded like she wasn't from round these waters.
Do you know who could have done it, Ahab?
Let's just say I've me couple of running theories.
As do I.
You do not seriously believe murder could have been perpetrated by vampire?
This man came back to life in front of our very eyes. Nothing is off the proverbial table.
I came back to life too. I can feel everyone's eyes on me. It's a long story.
I'll pay, vampire or not.
Not vampire.
So, I mentioned business. Does that mean you're attacked by a rival gang?
There are a couple of them, so maybe. No uniforms, though. I didn't get to see much. It was dark, too, so...
She doesn't. I mean, no gang moses in on me territory then text me crew without expecting some payback. If we be knocking some heads together, I want to join Kevin. Aye, me as well. They can't know you be alive, Ishmael. I'm going to have to do this with the hounds. Oh.
Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this mystery. The boss clears his throat.
Not so fast, Spot.
Huh?
We're champions of justice. We don't do the bidding of gangs, and we do not involve ourselves in turf wars.
You be serious?
Yes, we came here to investigate a murder.
The murder has been... He pauses, tapping his chin with his index finger.
Solved? Reversed?
I wouldn't exactly call it solved.
We can't just go around joining up the very people we're sworn to fight.
In all fairness, we've not pilfered a thing recently.
That's true. Dawnhound, do you really think we should just let a dangerous group like this go?
Well, not in the urgency of this mission change who we are, Spot. We'll investigate the matter, but we'll do so on our own.
With all due respect, Dawnhound, this is what they did to Ishmael. We might be in big trouble if we take them on alone. This is for the city as much as it is for people who, in this case, are simply civilians. Victims. I find myself in agreement. Dangerous group like this left unchecked could lead to dire consequences for the entirety of Shippensburg. You'll die if you fight them alone.
But to fight side by side with...
Ahab simply smirks.
This goes against our code. I simply cannot allow it.
Why is he being so stubborn about this? Doesn't he see that it's better to work together? So what do you suggest we do then?
Well, I'll come up with a plan. I always do.
I groan. Is this what Ahab has to deal with every time his crew doesn't see eye to eye? I recall a conversation from this morning. Look, we're dealing with a very dangerous group of people and we need all the help we can get to figure this out. Ahab has responsibility towards his subordinates. He's going to go after them whether we help him or not. Right?
You best believe it. I'll not stand idly by while my crew gets attacked. On me honour as captain, I swear I'll keelhaul whoever does this to Ishmael.
So how about this? Both Ahab and Raoul eye me quizzically. The Glory Hounds partner up with the Saltwater Syndicate to defend their honour and investigate the threat against the people of this city. I raise my hand before Raoul can protest. And in exchange, Ahab and his gang give up their criminal activities.
Wait, what?
Ahab is quiet for a bit.
You want us, the most feared gang of all the shippers' boat, to go on the straight and narrow?
Yes.
Very well. What? What?
You'll give up crime?
If we catch a killer, we'll give up crime. For a week.
What?
I don't think so, Ahab.
All right then. What be your counter-offer, Hound?
A whole year, at least.
2 weeks.
6 months.
3 weeks. And you give me one of those grappling hooks.
1 month, and your crew joins the annual Scrub Shippensburg Sheepswreck event. Final offer.
Fine. You drive a hard bargain, but we have ourselves a deal.
I'm not really sure what just happened. I guess that worked.
How do I know I can trust you?
What do you take me for?
Raoul shrugs with a smirk.
A master criminal.
Just 'cause I'm good with my hands don't make me a liar.
And wearing this mask doesn't make me blind. I've got my eye on you.
I swear on me flag. You have my word.
I hear Polly and Ishmael gasp.
The captain swore on his flag.
He says it like it's more impactful than Ishmael dying.
And you have mine.
Very well. You can go ahead and start investigation. I'll be in contact from base later.
I'll meet you back here at dusk, Hounds. Don't be late or I'll be leaving without you.
Are you guys going to be okay?
Not until we catch the crook who did it.
I've never been above water in the Saltwater District before. Never had any reason to. The only thing of any note up here is the docks. Maybe if you squint and the light hits them right, you can make out a couple of factories and refineries in the distance, way out of town. The Saltwater District houses the highest concentration of aquatic species, so most of the social scene is underwater. Lots of touristy places and bars. The Red Light District's probably one of its biggest draws. Above water, it's different. Tall, thin buildings cast long shadows and form a labyrinthine web of narrow alleyways and dead-end roads. Half-lit neon signs advertise to no one. This fog isn't making it any better.
This be where you found him?
Aye, Captain. Found him floating down there.
He points to the canal. Do you think they'll attack again?
They be bound to once the Ishmael's accident hasn't made us give our claim on the territory. Just a matter of when.
By the way, are you sure about...
Sure about what, lad?
I don't know. I'm not doing any crime.
I made a promise, lad. I be a man of me word. And I worry about me crew besides. What have you, all that talk of...
His voice softens to a whisper.
Having died before.
I fell from a skyscraper while we were fighting Camo.
Awful way to go.
I woke up in this strange place where a voice told me it needed me alive. Next thing I knew, I was on the skyscraper again, right before I fell. It was weird. I inspect his face for any sign of derision.
Ice aside, that be sounding similar to what happened to Ishmael.
I was thinking the same thing, except this time didn't rewind.
Might be it'd just be that important. Or it'd be harder to come back when you'd be splattered all over the pavement, so far from where you need to be.
Maybe. You don't think I'm crazy?
After today, I'd believe anything. Seeing Ishmael alive again, whatever reason God may have had to bring him back to us, was wonderful, but it also made me wonder if Dawn Hound might have the right of it. Maybe it is time to fold up the old Jolly Roger and make an honest living. I don't want to put me crew in any more danger. Maybe all they have, and maybe all I have as well. Polly. Captain? Tell me, in all our years of operating the Syndicate, how many members have we lost? Do we tonsils count? No. Well, were you counting everyone's under lock and key in the city brig? I mean truly lost, you don't. And not. Until today. Until today. I don't understand what you're saying, Captain. When I saw Ishmael like that, I didn't know what to do with myself. I felt like I lost a part of me I didn't know I had.
You guys seem a lot closer than you let on.
It was me who recruited him. It's just a simple wayward freebooter. Had nothing to do with his name, stuck holding up stores.
Funny, that's how I met him too.
Enemy tutelage, he changed, he grew. What Polly means to say is that we found him causing a ruckus in our territory, and figured we'd have less trouble on our hands if we took him in. The rest is all true, though. Lad didn't have the best childhood. I just saw myself in him, I guess. Sure, lad. And on top of him, and under him. Hey!
That's actually really sweet. I think you had it in you, frankly.
My name's not Frankly. I haven't had anything in me. Point being, I don't want to go through that ever again. Neither do I. And you are right. This be bigger than just me crew. The entire town could be in danger if we don't solve this.
Well, have you dealt with rivals before?
Once or twice. Usually enough real fast, like once they saw me.
You do leave quite the impression.
As do ye.
What?
This is just how heroes dress, all right, Spot?
No comment.
Oh, please. Who created the blueprints for his own outfit,
Guilty as charged. Under no small amount of duress.
Why is the uniform so tight, though?
Well, it's comfortable and easy to move around in. Very breathable, too.
Really? Because it looks like it'd ride right at me crow's nest, so to speak.
Well, I don't have that problem, I think. Spot, do you know what he means by his crow's nest? I'd ask Milo, but I don't think he'd appreciate it. Why do I?
I couldn't say.
Maybe you'll have to figure out yourself sometime, eh, Dawnhound?
I
see that cute old tailor wagging. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
It's a secret. What secret? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, my tail certainly isn't cute. Spot, is my tail cute?
I feel like that's a trick question, sir. Did you guys hear that?
Oh, I did. Seems to be coming from that alley over there.
The boss gestures me to follow. Polly and Ahab stay close to a nearby streetlight. I don't like what I'm feeling. The sound of my own heart beating in my chest almost drowns out the muted shuffling around us. My hackles rise. There's movement in the shadows. I can't see them. I can barely hear them. But the smell. Blood. Please tell me I'm not the only one who's sick to my stomach.
What be this? An ambush.
I hear my earpiece crackle, but produces no sounder than garbled static.
They've been lying on wait, the scoundrels.
They're jamming our systems. Raven 3. The line's dead. I try to focus, see if I can make out a shape in the dark alleyway.
Spot!
Before I can even react, the boss yanks me to the side, narrowly helping me avoid a direct attack from above. Whoa, that was close. I hear something just up above on the low rooftop, can barely make out the outline of a figure. You're quite nimble to dodge that. I'll give you that. The voice sounds almost miserably disappointed. Neither of us sees the next attack coming. Someone or something sweeps our legs and we hit the concrete. Easy prey. I like easy prey. The voice is like gravel. Show off. The smell of blood intensifies and I scramble back to my feet. Something slithers towards me. I aim my grappling gun at it, but it vanishes before I can even shoot. My eyes instinctively try to track it, to no avail. Having trouble keeping up, gentlemen? The voice on the rooftop again.
Cowards, show yourselves.
As you wish. I turn around as quick as I can and jab. My hand gets caught and I can finally tell what we're dealing with. Its features are shrouded, but it's a leech. Next thing I know, I'm on the ground, the boss next to me. That hurt.
Lads!
In the confusion, I hear Ahab bouldering over to us. The leech has disappeared into the shadows again. His companion moves in closer, his features becoming marginally less obscured. A finch, if I had to guess. I can feel the leech hiding close by, just out of sight. Stay to your business. You're trespassing on our turf, dirty dogs. Behind me, Ahab stirs.
Your turf. These waters belong to the Saltwater Syndicate, and you best remember that.
He takes a few aggressive steps forward, the street tiles barely holding together under his weight. Polly puffs up his chest and joins him.
We are the ones who took down Ishmael.
The finch takes the bow, not looking at any of us.
No, it couldn't be.
A flash and a thick cloud of smoke cuts off Ahab's reply. I assume a combat position out of instinct, covering my muzzle with an elbow to avoid breathing it in. Judging by the coffin fits near me, Raoul and Polly weren't quite as quick. When the smoke dissipates, a woman standing in front of us. Her dress would make even royalty look plain in comparison. In spite of all that extravagance, I can't read any emotion in her eyes.
My, such bravery. A rousing applause is in order, though I haven't the hands to give you one with. I would have thought after what transpired last night, no one would dare to venture out into the streets again, much less seek us out. I'd commend you, but I don't want it to go to your head. That's where the juiciest blood is, and it does taste so much better without the hubris.
Camellia.
You know her?
I'll be this, Captain.
Ahab doesn't pay either of us any mind.
I should have known you'd be back to bite me in the arse at some point. You're the one who got Ishmael.
Ishmael? I'm sorry, my sweet, but you know I'm quite awful when it comes to names. Flavours, on the other hand, are a different story. The Barracuda's was rather plain. I wonder if yours will be any different.
Who are you, and why are you attacking the citizens of Shepherdsburg?
Am I? Quite a direct one, aren't you? I suppose Ahab hasn't told you? You're very like him. Not the best team player. I'd enlighten you, but alas, I am not in the mood for idle conversation before dinner. If you value your lives, you'll run with those tails between your legs. My business is with him. I'm sorry for making you wait here. Know that I always intended to come for you. I've just been so busy, but now I wish for nothing more than to reconnect with you. The rest of the city can wait. It'll fall soon enough.
I tense up as her wings beat with intent to end things right here and now. Raoul moves in immediately. All right, team. Battle positions. Defensive formation. Yes, sir. After all my training, my instincts have started to become honed. I move next to the boss to cover his flank.
What be you on about? I be in charge of this operation, Hound.
Though I think our temporary companions might disagree on our respective roles. Camellia readies herself to attack, though Raoul's attention is focused on Ahab. No. We all agreed that we'd be taking point.
If you think your feeble tactics will make a difference against me, you are sadly mistaken.
Incoming! A shrill buzz cuts through the air as our adversary darts right at us. She's fast. Raoul and I prepare to defend. She swoops to our exposed left and attempts to sweep the boss's leg. Well, I don't think so. Who reacts quickly and jumps up while I reach for my grappling gun. I bet he even aimed in her direction when she pivots on her heel after missing her attack. A spinning back kick hits Raoul, who barely manages to get his arms up in time. He sent barreling directly into me. The world tumbles around us before we hit the cold, hard ground. Oh! What the heck was that? Camellia lands lightly on her feet and lets out a sinister laugh.
Shepherdsburg's in trouble if that's the best you can do.
Polly and Ahab exchange a worried look.
Looks like it'll be up to us, Captain. Aye, let's show her who rules these seas.
Wait, don't do anything reckless, she's... Ahab thunders ahead of Camellia, his massive stride all but cracking the asphalt underfoot. She turns sideways, each movement elegant. She's preparing to dance. I pull Raoul up. We'll need to work together to take her down. Come on. Ahab winds up for a massive punch, one I've been hit by before. It's over if he can land a clean hit. The blow sends a shockwave rippling through the air. Even Polly stops in his tracks and watches on in awe. I flinch and can't help but blink. When I focus back on them, they're both still standing.
How did you manage to?
He grunts. He tries to push through. A soft chuckle. She scored Ahab's massive fist between two of her arms.
All these years, and you still leave the same openings.
Gavin!
You should know I make it a point to study my prey, dearest Ahab. Unfortunately, it does not seem like you took the same precaution. Allow me then to enlighten you.
Before any of us can register what's happening, she lifts Ahab off his feet. She twirls lazily and releases him in our direction. It's all happening so fast, Raoul and I have barely even gotten back up.
Spot! Polly!
The three of us manage to catch Ahab. I'm reconsidering my earlier longing to be crushed by him.
I was trying to warn you. There's something off about her. Her strength isn't real. What if she really is there?
It makes no matter what she is. We need to take her down.
Oh, ho, ho. You think you can turn things around that easily? Think again.
She charges, a spear like proboscis aimed right at us.
Damn it.
There's no way we can dodge like this.
No!
I flinch and close my eyes, praying for a miracle.
What? Can't have you dying on me here, lads.
Ahab!
Gavin!
Well, aren't you turned out to be more chivalrous than I remember? A shame, too. I was hoping to save you like in the old days.
She jumps back, observing Ahab with a look that's almost disappointment. Huddled down close to Ahab, trying to get him up, for he's gravely injured. Polly rushes over to us, all but knocking me aside as he holds onto Ahab with everything he has.
I'll make him pay for this.
Tears are streaming down his face. Polly, wait! I grab him by the elbow and the look he shoots me is pure venom. I know we can win this. Ahab won't last. We need to get him out somehow. Comedia's henchmen emerge, advancing with slow, quiet steps.
I suppose that's all the excitement we can expect out of them. Our game needn't be over. I was rather looking forward to hunting you down, my dear Ahab. Go on then, run. I do enjoy a moving target.
Yes.
Polly wastes no time as he drops the smoke bomb. Next to me, Raoul grumbles through gritted teeth.
Let's go. Now.
There's the slightest hesitation in his step. He doesn't want to run away. I can't say I blame him. The three of us carry Ahab, heading towards the Sweetwater district. It's slow going, anxiously look back every few steps to make sure we're not being followed. It doesn't take long for the sickening feeling in my stomach to return. Shit, you feel that?
Darn it.
Hold on to the cabin for me. I'll buy us some time.
Don't be a fool, Polly. You're no match for them.
I'll not let them take him. I swear on me life. Tell your yes and go.
What do you...
Off with ye hounds.
I nod at Raoul and we press on, round in the nearest corner. I hope Polly's going to be okay. What the heck's he planning to do? Just then I get my answer. It's a sound so shrill I can just about feel my eardrums rupturing, and I'm thankful my mask muffles some of it. The boss and I stumble. Polly catches us moments later, breathing heavily and looking like he saw a ghost.
Throw them down, I did. Should buy us some time.
I don't think I'll be stunned for long, though.
An idea creeps in the back of my mind, but I'm hoping against hope, to be honest. Dawnhound, where's the nearest slide? You mean? He mumbles, stunned. We need to get him medical attention fast. He's losing a lot of blood. My earpiece finally crackles again. It's a little garbled, but I can make out Milo's voice again at least. Communications were cut. What transpired? They ambushed us. Ahab is wounded badly. He's been stabbed. I can provide medical attention, but you need to act fast. Can you tell us where the nearest slide is? The nearest location should be a location you know well. Mrs. De Bruyn's store. Then that's where we'll go. Polly, help us carrying him.
Right. Listen, Joanne, Polly.
Yeah, quiet, okay? Save your strength. Ahab coughs, leaving a red stain on the pavement. I assume he agrees. Polly seems to hesitate for a moment long before adding his strength to ours. Even the three of us, Ahab is heavy. At this rate, my shoulders might give out before we even get there. Are they still on our tail? Hard to tell. Let's just assume the worst. My eyes are drawn down every alley. Every move in shadow, even my own, makes my heart race faster. Polly guides us through streets that seem to get narrowed at every turn, forcing us to take different positions to carry Ahab in. When I finally see the building, I feel such a sense of relief that my shoulders and legs stop screaming for the shortest of moments. Get in, get in. We rush across the street, every breath stinging my throat until we burst through the door. Mrs. De Bruyn standing behind the counter. I hear her counting the money in the register with her tiny eyes snapping our direction, becoming big black beads. Heavens above, what has happened? We got into a fight. He's hurt bad. We need to access your back room to get him to safety. Remember the hatch I installed? Of course. I'll open the door for you. She walks over to the scratched door in the back I've never seen open before, behind all the knickknacks and 50 different sauces. Thank you for leaving my window in one piece this time. Listen, there are bad people outside looking for us. I was just locking up your store and closing your curtains. Don't open the door, no matter what. I'll be all right, dear. I've dealt with worse. Give Mr. Ahab some help. When we enter, she closes it again. I hear a key slide in the lock. Once it clicks shut, I feel like I can breathe again, though my eyes take a moment to adjust to the dark. Milo, we're on location. We're about to send Ahab down. I have prepared base for his arrival. Something clicks and I see a large garbage bin in the corner slide out of place. It's nothing but a seemingly bottomless void below, a fact even Ahab, in his state, seems to frown at.
What in the hell's... It is safe?
It is. All right. We gently lower Ahab down to the edge of the slide. He closes his big blue eyes. With a gentle push, gently slides down. I don't hear him scream. I don't hear anything. It's eerie. We wait for a second, looking at each other. He has arrived. You may come down now. For once, the fear that usually grips me when I stare down one of these things is absent. Raoul voices my thought before I can. I hope he's all right. There's a tremble in his words, the same tremble I heard when we were at the nursing home. That's Raoul talking, not the Dawnhound. He is going to do everything he can. I can't know whether I'm trying to reassure him or myself. While it's as steep and as fast a drop as always, every moment spent in this darkness lasts an eternity. Nothing but the sound of fabric against metal. Maybe it's because I've been out in the dark so long, the light in headquarters is unnaturally bright. Behind me, Polly curses the way I'm not sure Ahab would like very much if he were conscious. The big whale himself is laid out in front of the slide mat. Milo and Basil knelt beside him. Blood's completely soaked through his shirt. His breathing's coarse and his eyes are closed. Tell me what happened during the fight. I could only hear static. We took a bad hit. Our adversary's strong. Strong? Yeah, naturally so. She dismantled Ahab like it was nothing, while turning his sights on us. And he He took a blow for us, one that might have done us in, as much as I hate to admit it. Please help him, Milo. We owe it to him.
I understand. We will do what we can. Basil? Right away, Mr. Drozdov.
Basil's vines slithered out from the other end of the room, wrapping themselves around Ahab's body. He recoils, but has little strength to resist.
What the?
He's rather heavy.
Why be you trying to do with the cabin? You said this was safe.
Basil's not going to do anything to hurt him.
You have my word, my feathered friend.
What must be a dozen thick vines cradle and carry him to the training room. Guess it's really the only place we have big enough to hold him.
What about you, Dawnhound, the scout? Any injuries?
We'll live. Thanks to Ahab. We wouldn't be here without him. Raoul's voice trembles.
And Cavan always takes care of his own.
I'm starting to see that now. In the training room, Basil directs the vines to gently set the large whale down on the floor, and Milo kneels next to him.
Can you hear me, Mr. Ahab?
I do.
I'm going to attempt to save you and stop bleeding. Do you trust me?
Aye.
Okay, Basil. I ask that you hold Mr. Ahab steady while I perform procedure. He may struggle.
A struggle? Basil looks down the heaving whale.
I'm not sure I can keep a person this large in place, sir.
I'll try and be on my best behaviour.
I am sure you will. I must ask the rest of you to leave. Procedure will require steady hand and concentration.
But can you do it? Can you save him?
We shall see.
Raoul and I take a seat in the foyer seating area, with Polly and Basil joining us shortly after. None of us know what to say for the longest time. Even Basil is uncharacteristically quiet for once. We're all probably thinking the same thing, asking ourselves the same questions, running to the same conclusions. What's going to happen to Ahab if he dies? Is he going to come back? Like me? Like Ishmael? And if he does survive, we'll likely still be down one person. How do we deal with this camellia? What exactly went on between them to make her want him dead this much? When someone knocks at the front door, I'm almost relieved to be pulled away from anxiety for a moment. Did you or Milo call for anyone? Not that I'm aware of. I head to the entrance on autopilot and open the doors.
Hey, hi.
Ishmael, how did you get here?
Just Polly. He called me here. Said you had the captain and he's gravely wounded.
Shit, what do I even say? Alright, come in. I lead Ishmael to the foyer, everyone's eyes going wide in surprise. All except Polly. He wastes no time in running towards Ishmael, hugging him tight enough to shroud the barracuda's face in bubbles under his helmet.
I've been worried sick about you, Paul. Almost getting yourself killed. Big words come from some dick getting himself killed. I still be alive. That can be fixed.
Okay, guys, calm down. We're all alive and well. Mostly. I'm guessing you called him over?
Aye.
How? You don't even know where we are right now.
You think you'd be the only one with GPS?
Shouldn't you be calling it like a compass or something?
The pirate glossary hasn't been updated in a few years, let's just say. I do be sorry for the intrusion. Richmond would be like family, the captain. They deserve to be here. They help us take down this camellia.
You're coming to help us?
Aye, and I won't take no for an answer. If.
All of our heads turn to the door and we hear the elevator in the next room over. Milo cranes his head through the door opening. I don't know whether the lack of expression on his face puts my mind at ease or makes me feel even worse. Seconds pass by, feeling like minutes. He is doing well. Paulie, who sat his arms wrapped around Ishmael, pushes the barracuda back so hard he almost hits the wall.
You mean?
He will likely make full recovery. He opens the door wider and steps to the side, allowing Ahab to duck through. Never been so relieved to see him stare down at me before. Aside from, not the time.
Hello, crew. Kevin! Holy shit, Kevin. I'll forgive the swearing just this once, Ishmael.
Paulie starts towards him, but Milo cuts him off with an arm.
Sorry, Paul. Gotta be careful. A doctor's orders.
His voice is a lot weaker than I'm used to. How are you feeling?
Alive. And consider how much medication I'm under. It's a wonder I even feel that.
He hobbles towards us.
Me entire crew's.
He stops walking and groans. Milo speeds to his side, offering him a shoulder, which, considering the sheer size difference between them, feels just a little comical.
I told you to take it slow. She's not even been moving around yet.
He sits down the rug. We all spring in to grab pillows and keep him upright. As he reclines, he exhales loudly.
I'll be right as rain in no time. You think this be the first time I've been run through?
The fact you're saying that makes me a little worried about your life choices.
Aye, and me as well, come to think of it. Good to see you, laddie.
You too. You really saved our hides back there, jumping in front of her like that.
And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Any honourable man would. I'm sure the Dawnhound would tell you the same.
I'm not sure I could, really. It was truly remarkable.
Am I sensing anything of respect there, Dawnhound?
Maybe.
Ah, there you go, wagging that tail of yours again. I'd laugh, but it won't bust me gut open. Gods, I never thought Camilla would nearly do me in like that.
Mind telling us what was up with her? Seems like you go back a ways.
Aye, I know her. Oh well, knew her. In one of my previous lives where I founded the Syndicate. We used to swim in the same waters. You mean you were together? No, lad. We're merely a part of the same group. Must have been 20 or so years ago, maybe 5 and 20.
So you're up to no good even back then?
We don't always get a choice in the hands we're dealt, Dawnhound. I didn't have any parents or money, or a fancy house. I was just a kid on the street. I did what I could to survive.
Raoul's face droops almost immediately. I'm sorry, I had no idea. That must have been hard. What did you do to get by?
Pickpocketing, petty theft, a few smash and grabs.
You, pickpocketing?
What can I say? I'm good with me hands. A lot of folks don't expect it from someone as big as I am. And if they do, they'd be too afraid to call out. But even days of yore, in me wildest dreams, I couldn't hold a candle to the blasted bonfire that was Camellia. She was a bloody legend. Her own was her swirling for having robbed kings, stealing the most precious jewels. And that was when she was just starting out. Right into her warrior chasing the same target, we're on the other side of the continent. I was stunned to hear she knew of me work. Even proud, truth be told. Eventually we sprang some heists together, nicked us a fortune. And she wanted to go bigger, bolder. She wanted to step on next to reach for the stars.
Did you?
I didn't. I was scared for what had become of her. And the worst part was, what blood she tasted only made her crave more. While we were stealing a painting from a museum, a guard came out and, well, she did to him what she did to me and Ishmael. And worse. I just couldn't look her in the eye after that one. I split town not too long after and came here. Since then, I've only heard stories about her. Terrifying tales.
What kind of tales?
Right away she formed her own organisation, roaming from city to city.
Wherever she went, destruction followed. A syndicate might be a lot of things, but we don't kill and we don't hurt anyone who hasn't hurt us. I should have known it'd be a matter of time before she got here.
Was she always that strong?
Not like tonight. She was always strong. But something changed after that day at the museum. She'd partaken of blood before, or so she told me, but... This is... Oh, I feel alive! It was like a drizzle turning into a hurricane.
Do you think we can take her on?
Without me? Mayhaps if you catch her unawares. She ain't used to being outplayed. I think her numbers being in our favour would sway the odds, but we might just have to chase her down to where she makes her home.
Any idea where that could be?
Somewhere dark and musty. Away from prying eyes, most likely.
That doesn't really narrow it down. Maybe if we could somehow go back and get a tracker on her, one of her henchmen. Oh, that's too risky, Discount. Is there no weakness at all we can exploit somehow?
If I may interrupt, Mr. Ahab, you must rest. Aye, you're very right.
Based on your stories and what we saw tonight, we could be in for quite a fight.
I pledge my men to you.
As long as they'll behave.
Oh, they will. Won't you, boys? Aye, Captain.
He's right, though. We'll have to think this through. We all then spending a restless night at the mansion. Milo's still keeping watch over Ahab just in case. I twist and turn through the early hours of the morning in the guest room I've been using whenever Glory Hounds business keeps me at the mansion late. Exhaustion ultimately gets the best of me. I drift off into a dreamless slumber for a few hours. I wake up with the sound of someone carrying a tray full of cups in the hallway. Most likely Milo, judging by the footsteps. I feel like death, but I stretch my aching muscles and put on some clothes before heading to the foyer. Looks like I'm the last one up. Polly and Ishmael are sitting quietly in a corner. Can't say I blame them. They're probably worried sick about Ahab. Raoul and Milo are sitting on the other side of the room. Milo notices me first. Good morning, Discount. How are you feeling? Morning, guys. I'm sore all over, but I felt worse. You? I have been up all night, but that is nothing out of ordinary for me. I am doing well. Raoul? Oh, yes, I'm fine. I've been thinking about our rematch. I'm all for focusing on our mission, but what are we going to do? We barely made it out alive, and Ahab's the one who paid the price. Oh, you're right. We need to take action, but we can't afford to be reckless. We'll need a plan. Camellia is far more dangerous than any of us were prepared for. Without some sort of weakness to exploit, I don't see how we can win. She behaves like a vampire. Perhaps she shares some weakness. I thought you vehemently disagreed with the vampire theory. You both remember what happened to Ishmael, yes? I simply nod. I have been thinking. Perhaps Camelia's strength came from drinking his blood during the previous night. Vampires are always strongest right after feeding, I guess. That'd explain why Ahab said earlier, but had grown considerably more dangerous after drinking blood. Judging by lack of reports regarding other attacks, as well as Camelia's words before fights escalated, one can assume they are exclusively targeting Saltwater Syndicate. She did not get to drink Mr. Ahab's blood. So, she's starving right now. Possibly. She would be weaker denied of actual blood, if more unpredictable. So, what you mean to say is even though she may not be an actual vampire, we need to approach her like one? She wants blood. Perhaps not to survive, but it appears to increase her strength by considerable margin. If you face her when she can acquire a new food source, or deny her entirely, you may be able to win. Well, she's as focused on taking out Ahab and his team as it looks right now. Chances are she hasn't been feeding on anyone else. Not yet, anyway. Any one of us could be a food source if we chase her down again. Raoul looks like he's lost in thought, for his eyes go wide.
Not everyone.
What? Oh. Raoul and I look over toward Basil, sitting near Polly and Ishmael. The three of them are mostly quiet. I guess they don't really have a lot in common besides making a lot of noise. Basil looks back at us with a befuddled expression. Bark for skin and sap for blood, was it?
I can imagine a more perfect trap. I don't know if this Camelia's using some kind of vampire ritual. She's simply got exceptional abilities like Hamota's. But Basil's the perfect counter to her. Well, I just hope he's ready. Milo's been training him, but this would be his first real mission.
I think he's more than ready. I've trained with him a handful of times, and he can take a punch. He's got the bruised knuckles to prove it.
Then it's settled. Oh, Basil.
Basil speed walks over to us, clearly unable to hide his curiosity any longer. Oh, what is it, good sir? Does anyone require more tea? A snack, perhaps?
Basil, I think it's time you made your debut in the field.
Oh, verily. Mr. Drozdov insisted I should learn more about the city and its populace when I'd be ready for a field assignment.
I believe in learning on the job. It worked wonders for sport.
It almost got me killed multiple times.
Right?
Yes, absolutely. Besides, we could really use your unique abilities.
It'll be your job to lead us to their hideout. We're taking the fight to them. Rip them out, root and stem. Pardon the expression. We'll be right behind you.
I don't know how I feel about sending in Basil for this, though. We're the ones responsible for them chasing us away in the first place.
I hear you, Alex, I really do. But no matter how we slice it, Basil's the only one who can do this.
I will not let you down. I vow on my honourability.
We move out tonight.
We'll still need to get their attention.
Oh, it should be easy enough.
Might I ask what you have in mind, Mr. Brevard? Hello? I be here walking down the street all alone and helpless. Me, the last survivor of the Saltwater Syndicate. Filled to the brim with juicy, nutrient-rich, healthy blood. Mr. Brevard, are we sure this is going to work?
We'll stick to the script for now, Basil.
Oh, all right. My position is so exposed. Almost as exposed as my soft, tender neck with rich lifeblood flowing through its many prominent and easy-to-reach arteries. Did I mention I'm a member of the Saltwater Syndicate?
We good, boss? Yes, Basil should be getting kidnapped any minute now.
I don't think that's something you should say with that much gusto. Well, hello, gentlemen. Could you tell me? Oof! Oh, no. Lo and behold, I am being taken against my will to an as of now unspecified location. I repeat, I am currently...
Copy loud and clear, Basil. We're in pursuit shortly. Dawn Hound out.
Oh, can't ask for a clearer sign than that. Let's hope the tracker works.
Ready for that rematch spot?
I take a deep breath and try to steady my nerves. Know what we're up against. It's not the most exciting prospect. But we've got to do this. I'm ready. The minute Raoul and I stir, Polly and Ishmael spring into action as well. Ishmael seems particularly eager.
It's time to get revenge on those to get payback for the captain.
And we'll be in agreement.
We don't want to draw too much attention. You do follow behind us, but keep your distance.
Fine. We'll follow right behind through the canals.
Why don't you try dare and give us the slip?
We won't. We're in this together. And so with a new battle plan and our secret weapon deployed, we set out. The tracking signal leads us to the very edge of town, as far out as I've ever been. Before long, the streetlights get fewer and fewer. Eventually Raoul and I left walking down a lone dirt road in the dark, under trees that block even the starlight. The sound from the city is gone, left with nothing but my thoughts and the sound of our breathing. Are we even allowed to be here? Is Basil okay? I grab my grappling gun and Raoul stops.
Easy, Spot. It's just a twig, see?
Sorry, I'm a bit on edge. Are we getting close?
Well, it should be. Signal's getting a bit spotty, what with us being this far out.
It's a little strange. Shouldn't the signal be getting stronger since we're getting closer?
I mean, the tracker works. I was talking about the network signal. I took it much further out while testing, and it never got this weak. Am I glad we bought flashlights?
I am too. The world around us seems to darken with every step, as if we're passing a point of no return. As the vegetation grows thicker and the path gets narrower, Camellia becomes just about the last thing on my mind. No, I have to stay focused. We follow what I can only loosely describe as a path. It goes on, like some sort of hallway into the unknown. Until all of a sudden, it stops. Carefully stepping into the underbrush, we find ourselves in a clearing of sorts, marked by crumbling brick fences. The fog's so thick I can't make out anything other than some sort of gate at its centre, about the size of a small house.
This is the place. Strange. I didn't know there'd be structures around here.
He shines a light past the fences, and I can make out a few familiar shapes. Looks like a cemetery. You know, in spite of years of loose horror movies, I always thought cemeteries would be serene, peaceful places in real life. This one puts even the ones from the movies to shame. It's so overgrown with weeds and plants, any path there might have been had become completely invisible. The scant few headstones are still in one piece, have been weathered by time and battered by what must have been decades, if not centuries, of rain, wind, sleet and snow. Decades, if not centuries, of no one visiting. A shiver runs down my back. It's just the cold, right? This place isn't actually haunted, is it? Are we sure they're here?
Well, this has to be it.
Sure enough, the tracker's flashing green. I guess no one would ever think to look here. Or want to if they ever did think to. So we walked on what I assumed was the main trail. I'm certainly having second thoughts. If I didn't know better, I'd swear the trees themselves are watching us.
I wonder why it's been abandoned. It's close to city limits. You think there'd be some descendants of the deceased or groundskeepers to maintain the place?
There might not be any left. Most of these graves seem really old.
Hey, you're right. This one's from before Shepherd's Brook was founded. They all are, actually.
This place must date back to the Middle Ages, at least. I wonder if Fenner knows about it.
The ones I can read, anyway. There's symbols on some of them I haven't seen before.
Is that normal for a graveyard? I've never actually been in one before.
Well, I couldn't tell you, but somehow I doubt it.
What was that?
I don't know. Probably just the wind.
But what if it wasn't? He puts his hands on his side, sticking out his chest.
Then I'll protect you.
I'm not sure you can do against ghosts, but I appreciate the sentiment. Leave us. Why? The sound echoes faintly in the dark, coming from every direction at once. Shit. I hide behind Raoul, as if that's going to do anything about the vengeful dead. Okay, you definitely heard that. Why did you leave us behind? Ah!
Duskhound, we're on a minute.
Why did you leave us behind? It's right behind us. Oh my god, it's right behind.
Ah, you didn't think you could leave us behind, did you?
Polly's colourful plumage is a stark contrast against the darkness. See, there's just Polly.
Just Polly? Why is acting captain out to kill on you twice? No, thrice.
For the love of God, Polly, just say hi like a normal person.
I did. You weren't listening. And yeah, I thought your dogs were supposed to have good ears on you. I've been aching to get back at them for what they did to the captain.
As long as you know this is supposed to be a stealth approach.
Aye, hound. You shan't hear a whisper from me.
Miro, any intel? I hear my earpiece crackle, but no voice comes out. Only static. Is it busted? Well, I don't think so. Maybe something's interfering with the signal again. Really, Polly, where'd you come from? That's what I want to know. Like, we had to go all the way off-road. How are you feeling the nettle stings for weeks to come?
What are you talking about? Just went down the wide stony path, same as you. Brought it straight here.
What stony path?
That way.
Sure enough, he points in the direction of the very brush we just emerged from. Something he seemed to notice, too.
What that?
Well, might be Basil's handiwork.
A plant fellow.
He does that kind of stuff sometimes. You should have seen City Hall.
Oh, you watch the news. That was you lot.
Sorta, not exactly. Well, it was a floral arrangement competition that got a little out of hand, shall we say.
Even Captain Ahab don't leave that much of a mess behind after a job.
It wasn't exactly our choice. Basil knows we're coming, right? I look at the tracker. It points in the direction of the large structure of the graveyard centre. Glad that's still working, at least. Looks like they're in there.
What manner of building is that?
It's a mausoleum.
A mouse or what now?
A tomb. Looks like a pretty fancy one, too. While the stone's made out of is worn and chipped like everything else, it seems relatively well kept otherwise. I wonder what it was made for. It must have been quite important.
I don't seem to be seeing a name anywhere.
Neither do I. Not even a plaque or anything. Strange, considering just how huge it is. As we draw near its big stone doors, I hear someone on the inside cry out. I prick up my ears, but the yelling stops. That must be Basil. Raoul jogs on ahead, without warning, yet, as expected, crashes his shoulder into the old door. I suppress my nerves as best I can and chase after him. To my surprise, Basil is seated right in front of the door on a wooden chair. His expression is so jovial I almost don't notice he has his hands tied behind his back. The leech and Finch from earlier are standing on either side of him. Ah, there you are. What timing. I was just telling these lovely folks all about you.
You mean this was a ruse?
He's not really a tour guide for the Saltwater Syndicate.
No, he must be. He rattled off the entire history of the Shipsburg canals in a single breath earlier.
As impressive as it was dull, to be perfectly honest. The duo brittles. We take a cautious step towards them. Not so brave when the one's been hunted, I see. Where's your mistress? We've got a score to settle with her. Though we don't want to have another go at you two while we wait.
Ah, neither do I. It's the dead man. Not so dead now, be he?
Where is it? You're outnumbered, outmatched, and outplayed. Well, that's a good one. Now, stand down, surrender, and tell us where to find Camellia.
Oh, you'll be drinking your own blood. Not so fast. One wrong move and your chatty friend here gets it. Get it?
The Finch stands behind Basil, and his slithery companion moves in closer, baring his teeth.
You may have us outnumbered now, but we can even the odds.
At least this part's sort of happening according to plan. Oh no, what are you planning, you fiend?
We were planning on presenting her the nutritious gift to Our Lady. But she's not the only one who likes to feed.
So what's your plan? Drain his blood and feast on it for power?
Something like that. Now drop your weapons and take off those masks.
He lowers his head, his teeth all but scraping Basil's neck.
He's serious, you know. It'd be wise to do as we say.
Egads, zounds! Oh no, I am too youthful and vigorous to perish. My natural fluids are too nutritious and bursting with flavour.
Oh, we wouldn't want to interrupt mealtime. By all means, cut your teeth on it.
You won't live to regret that mistake, you drab mutts.
Comedia's henchmen both bite down at once. And recoil in pain and confusion.
Now, what is this? I almost busted my bloody beak.
All bark and no bite, eh? Well, you weren't wrong entirely. Except he's got a bite to match. Basil, if you would.
Jubilantly.
He balls his fists. Roots pierce the floor, wriggling like wooden tendrils entangled in their feet. They struggle against them, rather ineffectively.
This ground is rather fertile.
I guess we all are dead folks buried here. Makes for good compost. Ish, you can't disrespect the dead like that. Why, you are thinking it too?
The smell of blood, harsh and pungent, suddenly fills my nostrils. An unearthly chill settles over me, as though the temperature just dropped several degrees in an instant.
I thought I smelled a rat. It seems you brought an entire colony this time.
Her voice cuts through the air. Spot, duck. I avoid her attack by a head and realise I wasn't even a target. Instead, she cuts through Basil's vines and frees her underlings from their binds.
You fools let them right to us. Prepare yourselves for a reckoning later.
Oh, yes, mistress.
And you? You live. How can that be?
Well, if I knew that, you'd be the last person I would tell.
It makes no matter. I shall simply have to be more thorough this time.
Raoul grunts through his teeth.
We can't have them fight the team. We have the advantage in numbers. Ollie, Ishmael, you handle the Finch and the Leech. Keep them away from her.
It'll be me pleasure. I have some payback for what you did to us.
Basil, back them up. Stay on the offensive and break their synergy.
Understood.
Spot, that means we're taking her on.
Yes, boss. What's our battle plan?
Well, Gay should hopefully stand up to a sting if we play this defensively. If we can somehow mobilise her, we can restrain her.
Never thought I'd end up fighting in a graveyard.
Well, neither did I.
It'll make burying you all the easier.
She flies outside, into the air, and we give chase.
Oh, God, a motherfucker. Down, ye lily-livered landlubber. You should have stayed dead the first time. Come help if you would, Polly.
I honestly don't see how the Saltwater Syndicate made a name for itself with goons like you.
I'll have you know I'm the captain's right-hand man. Your insults have no effect on me.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, best believe it.
Very well. Let's put that to the test then, eh? Your colourful plumage sickens me.
I'll have your head for that, you monochromatic boar.
It says the living circus tent.
How dare you? Say one more word about me boyfriend will get you like a filthy piece of plankton you are.
Allow me to offer some assistance, friend.
Yeah, what even are you?
Why, I am but a humble chivalrous defender of the city.
It'd be a shame you're actually a member of the Syndicate. You'd be quite the asset.
I think nothing of it. Now let us finish vanquishing these dastardly foes.
Yar. Let's help Polly out of his misery. I heard that.
Raoul's hand finds my wrist where I go tumbling over.
Steady, Spot. Focus and strike when she's vulnerable.
Easier said than done. She moves like a blur. Every time I have a read on her, she moves somewhere else. I can't find her scent, and by the time I hear the buzz of her wings, it's already too late. Deep breath. There, to my left. I turn to face her, but it's still too slow. She crashes into me, knocking me back. All the air leaves my lungs. Raoul springs in place and fires his grappling gun at her as I double over. I can't see what he's doing, but I hear it retract.
Gone. Missed.
He pulls me up. Thanks, boss. Gotta say, I'm starting to have my doubts about her weakness. She's shown anything but.
Well, it's not by much, but she's not as quick as she was before. We'll get her on the next one. Get ready.
Hope my body holds out that long.
We can handle it if we work together. It's like we did on that rooftop against Camo's butterfly card.
How did that end with me again? I shudder at the thought. I don't think the Dawn Tornado is going to work on her.
Maybe not. We cover each other's backs, we can block her assault and follow up with a counterattack.
I still like the idea of trading hits with this lady. I don't see another way myself. She's heading straight for us again. I look at Raoul and he kneels, putting his hands together.
Get on.
I nod, stepping on his hand. He rises with his feet immediately and I'm thrown into the air, right in her path. It takes her aback. As much as she tries to slow down, she can't anymore. I grab onto as tightly as one can to a flying murderer attempting to skewer them to the ground. What are you... Sorry, am I in your way? I hear the sound of Raoul's grappling gun. The hook narrowly zooms right past us. Grabbing the cord itself with a gloved paw, I try to twist it around her. But she cuts the cord itself with one of her arms. We don't stop and I have no choice but to brace myself for impact. An impact that comes seconds after as we fly back into the mausoleum and hit the ground hard. I'm on my feet before her somehow. She casts off the rubble like it's nothing before glaring at me. The first time I'm detecting a hint of exasperation, masked only by her fury. She closes in on me, takes everything I have to dodge her attacks. Not as fast anymore. She really is weakening. I only need to hold out long enough for Raoul to catch up. I'm forced on the defensive, backing up as she tries to find an opening. I throw a punch, but get swatted aside with a grunt.
Don't count me out just yet.
I say that, but she's not the only one who's starting to tire out. I'm not fast enough on the next one, she catches it.
You absolute imbecile.
Comedia slams me against the ground, punctuating insults with punches. The stinger is inches away from my neck, and I can't recoil any further. Any push is met with more force, like I'm struggling against a wall that is slowly crushing me. She's even stronger than Ahab. Way stronger. But how? She should be weaker, right? The stinger scratches my neck. Ah, there's the artery. Don't worry, it'll be like falling asleep. Is this how it's going to end? Again? Time seems to stop as I take a breath that feels as cold as ice, stinging the back of my throat. I reach for my grappling gun. Oh, that's not going to work again. She raises her slide-like arm once more and brings it down hard on my hand. I scream out so loud my throat burns. The rings on my hand squeeze and shut around the gun's cold grip.
The grappling gun fires, but all it hits is the centre of the wall right next to us, with a loud thud that echoes through the mausoleum. See? It's futile. The grappling hook's knocked out a bit of the wall, and a sliver of warm light bleeds into the room. Dawn. The sun's first rays hit her, and while she may not be a vampire like Raoul thought, the light's enough to blind her for a moment. Yeah! If you thought I was going to work, you have another thing coming. Something blocks the light coming from the gap the grappling gun left.
Eve! Ho!
There's a loud thud outside as something big connects with the wall. I use a momentary distraction to roll away from under her. Right before the rest of the wall gives out, coming down on top of her and missing me by an inch. Ahab steps into the mausoleum over the debris, head ducked slightly. He plants his foot on the pile covering Camellia. Ahab? How?
You didn't think I'd let you sort me mess out on your own, did you? Soon as that crow gave me the all clear, I set course for your location. Right on time, if I do say so myself.
He holds up a tracker.
Though it did take me more than a moment to figure out its weird little contraption.
A Camellia splutter into the rubble, voice muffled.
I thought I had you.
She sounds more disappointed than angry.
Turns out I'm hard to kill.
He winks to me.
And so is me crew.
His face falls when he sees my hand.
The scout wound, he'd be hurt.
His eyes snap in Camellia's direction.
I'm fine. Where's...
They be right here, laddie. Heh, good.
As my bloodied hand gets cold, my eyelids grow heavy. After a few moments, I close them. The darkness feels stifling, lasting both an eternity and only a second. When I open them again, the scenery's changed. I'm in the training room. Everyone's standing around me. Did I...
Well, look who's finally coming too.
Ra's grinning face comes into view, soon joined by Milo's. While the crow's got his usual game face on, there's some visible relief in his expression. I was wondering if you'd ever wake us, Count. It is unlike you to be sleeping so much.
Milo said it was just exhaustion catching up to you. How are you feeling now?
Sore. I look at my hand. It's been bandaged, but there's still a big red spot. Do not worry. You will make full recovery. I am sure of it. At the very least, I do not see need to amputate. That's reassuring.
You're even scarier than the Dawnhound Crow, you know that?
I am well aware. Oh, Ahab's here?
Just wanted to come along and make sure you had some company when you woke up, lad. That and me crew could use a bit of patching up.
It's only then my ears fine-tuning Ishmael and Polly squabbling behind the others.
If how could I finally win a fight for once? You didn't win your fight. You ain't clobbered until Twiggy saved you. Aye. But you look very dashing doing it, Ish. I could get used to it. Well, 'twas nothing. I merely did me duty. Besides, I couldn't let that bird insult you like that, Paul. I had him right where I wanted him. One more insult, he scurried off like the coward he was. You were losing it. I was not.
And just like that, I find myself longing for the sweet embrace of unconsciousness again. At least Polly and Ishmael seem to be back to normal. How long was I out?
A couple of hours, give or take. I dropped you down one of those slides while you're bringing Camellia and the goons to the break.
Is she...
She'll like to be in prison for a long time. Feels funny, he does, not being the one getting locked up for once. I'd almost get used to it. You're going to have to. No crime for a month, remember? Aye, I remember. And I'm a man of my word.
How do you feel if it were permanent?
Maybe not what you agreed on, Dawn Hound. Trying to double-cross us?
Well, I know it's not what we agreed on. But out there I got to see some very talented, capable men. Your hearts are in the right place. Well, you had a job.
A job? As in a 9 to 5? Ha! Just see me sitting behind a desk.
Not exactly. I don't think we'd find one big enough anyway. I mean a job suitable for men of your talents. I hope Goduk is looking for new security.
You want to put thieves to work at the gallery they tried to steal from?
She seemed receptive of the idea. He mumbles under his breath.
Provided I pay their wages out of pocket and reimburse whatever they might steal. I'll think about it.
Raoul is this close to jumping for joy. Rahab puts his hand up before he can respond.
And no promises.
With the way he's smirking, I generally can't tell what Rahab's thinking right now. I suppose that's about as straightforward as an answer as we could expect. Just remember, we defeated you before and we'll do it again if need be.
But ain't that the fun part, Dawn Hound? You keep pushing me to be a better thief, and I keep pushing you to be a better hero.
You won't be so smug about it after we emerge victorious, so great captain.
That's the most messed up symbiotic relationship I've ever heard of.
So why does that make sense to me?
Oh!
Raoul's face is close to Ahab's now, and the two grin at each other what feels like a solid minute.
Right, Captain, eh? What's that talk? Are you trying to drop your anchor in me lagoon?
What?
Plunder me, booty.
Oh! Oh! Raoul's face contorts between more than a few emotions before he finally vocalizes a thought. What? No, I mean... He takes several steps back. His face is red and his tail is wagging.
I don't mind, lad, but we'll have to set a date.
Raoul casts his eyes to the floor, taking several moments to collect himself, and clears his throat loudly. In all seriousness, though, I mean it. You ever feel like turning over a new leaf?
Fair play to you then, Dawn Hound.
Ahab turns over to Polly and Ishmael.
Let's be off, me hearties. We got some cleaning ahead of us. Aye, Captain. After that, who's to say which way the wind blows? But truly, Dawn Hound does count. I'd be grateful. You too, Crow.
My name is Milo Droshtov.
Milo, have a good name for a good man.
Speaking of, you never told me yours. Your real name, I mean.
Maybe one day, after you earn it.
He winks. Who is there?
That's me. You said you had something you wanted to talk about?
Yes, indeed. Please, come in.
Well, I gotta say, the greenhouse looks amazing.
Thank you, sir. I've spent much time in here of late. Basil has been great help. And I have appreciated you visiting as well.
That means a lot given all that's happened during the City Hall incident.
In point of fact, sir, that is what I wanted to discuss. Or rather, something related. You see, I recently stumbled upon a comic book while chasing Mr. DeVos around the mansion.
Did I forget to put one back in the collection?
It was Steel Fang's Cell number 7.
Ah. So you found the note.
For the longest time I've been trying, and often failing to understand you. Now I am starting to realize what incredible pressure you have been under. For her.
To be honest, it's been on my mind ever since City Hall. I've been trying to find a good time to talk about it. In fact, part of me wanted to bring it up with you years ago, but I was afraid.
Of me? Of my potential response?
No. I wasn't ready to face reality. You see, I didn't find the note until a few years after Mom's diagnosis. I suppose she forgot to tell me where she'd put it. Or maybe she figured I'd find it there eventually. It took me a while to even get around to reading it myself. I mean, I tried, I really did. I could never make it far. Reading it would mean accepting the situation. Accepting that Mom, that she was gone. Well, the Mom I knew. And even now, I wonder if she'd be proud of the man I've become. Is that why you try so hard to help people? I wanted to live the kind of life that would allow me to help people, to make people's lives better. Is that not exactly why you started Brevard Enterprises? It was. It wasn't enough. It didn't feel like it was enough. Didn't feel like something I'd be remembered by. I wanted to help people more personally, save lives, or at least leave a positive impact on people's lives.
I think I understand. However, there's a difference between leaving positive impact and overstepping bounds.
I didn't mean... No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Somewhere along the line I started thinking that if I didn't try hard enough, people might simply forget. My goal was to do right by her, by the people I loved. It stopped being about them and became all about me. I'm sorry, Milo. I should never have meddled with your greenhouse. And I should have shown you the note. You care about her a great deal, too.
I am sorry as well for what I said back at City Hall, about her being ashamed of you. That was not right. I wish you had told me about Note. I might have been more understanding of some of your more eccentric tendencies.
Maybe part of me is afraid you'll find my motivations more ridiculous. Perhaps even abandon me altogether.
Mr. Brevard. No, Raoul. I've been working with you for well over 20 years. We have seen many countries and been through much together. Why do you think I stayed with you all that time? Because I may not always agree with methods, but I agree with your vision for a better world. I know what it feels like to be afraid of letting people down, to avoid facing yourself. I felt much the same after sustaining injuries. But it was because of you that I found purpose again, and I will help you do the same. Because you are a true friend. Your mother would not be ashamed of you for failing. She would be proud of you for continuing to try. But she would want you to be happy. Are you happy?
No. Not a day goes by when I don't think of her. And the more I think of her, the more I realize very soon, not a day will go by when she will think of me. And I know it sounds... No, it is selfish of me, but it hurts. It hurts to see her waste away in that home. It hurts that I can't do anything about it. I thought if I could just put that note in a place where I'd never have to look at it, I wouldn't have to let her go. I thought,
Raoul, she may forget, but everything she stood for lives on in you. You cannot give her back her memories, but you can choose to live in a way that honors who she was, what she saw in you. But, my friend, you have to live.
I don't know. Sometimes I think I've forgotten how.
Then we'll discover how together.
Thank you, Milo. I don't deserve you.
I will hear no more self-deprecation. It is unbecoming of you. You are Dawn Hound, protector of Shapesburg. And I will stay by your side. Because you are hopeless without me. Which is why I'll be resigning as your butler.
Oh? You are not in need of employee. You are in need of friend.
Of course, Milo. Thank you.
That was the latest Glory Hounds. I hope you enjoyed that one. And of course, when the next issue comes out, I'll be back very soon after it comes out with the next video. And there's more from Echo Project on the way on Monday. We'll return to the OG Echo then. And next weekend we have a special Nevin. It's almost the end of the story, and we'll be seeing what's going on with Melbjorn and Eric in there. So that's definitely one to look forward to. And the weekend after, unless something comes out I'm not expecting, we'll be going back to Tennis Ace. I'm trying to do that for a few months, but things have popped up. So yeah, Tennis Ace then. So a few things to look forward to. As always, before I go, thanks to all my donors on Ko-fi and Patreon. I do appreciate you all. And my top patrons are Andy Peng, Aaron Fox, Bastian, Vieka, Brian Hall, Nova Starburn, Gobus Visser, Exact, Riz, Harvest Mouse Productions, Evan King, Kartek, Matt Kenya, Rachis Yevon, Mark Huskerton, Raylock, Alan Naya, Ara Amaterasu, Tiger Cub, Smuto, Spiderling, and Omar. Also, thanks to you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Bye for now.